to the Nerdy Chinese Backlog. My name's Drew. There's Hans.
I'm Hans, and we're here playing. We're playing Castlevania today. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'll just name it after you since I have a file already on this that I was using to test and stuff. But this is our first time for both of us. This is the first time playing this game. This game is legendary. This game is like the codifier of the Vania part of the Metroidvania. So, yeah, this is where all that shit originally came from.
And I've been wanting to play this game for so long, so I'm ready for this.
I've never played this. I didn't have video games when this was out. It was like, no, video games will not let you become doctor. So I didn't have video games when this game was a thing.
I think we had a PlayStation 1, so that's when this came out. I think it was on the PS1, but I don't. This was
on PS1, yeah.
Well beyond.
That's why it looks so. Look at how untextured and polygonal that castle looks.
I'm not gonna lie, I dig it.
I mean, that's why this mood lighting works, though.
Yeah.
You could almost view that as that's how they got around the fact that they this was around the time a lot of games were super there were. This, on the PS1, I believe it was when a lot of people were a lot of games were starting to experiment with 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone except Nintendo. So everyone was starting to, because Nintendo's always one stage behind on something. I'll let you play first, actually, since
right.
I've just been playing to test this out.
That's jump. There's my attack. That's a special attack, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you got charged up.
Cool. So slow like this.
Yeah. Well, this is before. That's actually something I'd be interested in talking about further.
Yes, I do know that the cross is really good.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, this is So this was one of those games that was okay, let's not try too hard to make everything 3D. Let's just use the extra process. Oh wait, hold on.
Die, monster.
No, this is famous.
You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I once again given flesh. I was called here.
Actually, I'll leave the sound down. I'll just edit.
Who wish to pay me tribute?
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Such a great voice acting.
This voice clip is famous. I think back in the days of Newgrounds, people took this audio file and dubbed it over all sorts of other stuff. Somebody dubbed Luigi arguing with Mario about this.
I gotta see that one.
This is way back in I don't know if you remember them, the Newgrounds days when that was you just go to Newgrounds and play Flash games.
I'm assuming he's gonna come in here.
Yeah, he's a boss, kind of. Dodges. Oh, you can do that. I think you have to smack him in the face. I don't remember this though. I did this. I first tested this out months ago.
Oh yeah, you have to hit him in the face.
Face attack.
What's that?
Holy water.
Do I want to?
Press up attack to use it. Hold up and press the attack button to use your special item.
Do anything? I think I hit jump instead of attack. I'm still getting used to the controls.
Fair enough. But yeah, this game was before the whole. So yeah, this game took advantage of the processing power. It's just okay, we'll do sprites except fancier, right? This is I think this is actually the end of Rondo of Blood.
I do recognize the outfit of Richter.
Yeah, and they just kind of redo it, it's except in advanced graphics, and it's kind of look at this awesome shit, and then we'll get to Alucard in a bit. But everyone knows that Alucard's the protagonist of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Except for us, because we've never played this before. That's literally the only reason. Let's see.
We're not here.
I don't think you can die. I think you get revived if you die.
I better.
If
get my ass kicked.
Do you want to do one retry? How do you want to do? Yeah, there's a.
Are you Matthew Mercer? How do you want to do this?
There's a small girl. How do you want to do this? In terms of switching off.
After this boss battle.
Well, I was gonna say it might be best for us to do once per death, or do you want to do you get an extra chance after a death, because this is the kind of game where it's extremely frustrating if you don't
Yeah, I say we can do you get a retry unless you're just man, I'm not getting this.
Fair enough.
You take a shot and I'll just watch.
And another thing is, it may help you for me to say that this game, I believe this game, inspired, a decent portion of Dark Souls. Like,
That is,
so
yeah.
So your approach to this may change from me telling you that. Like, yeah. I think the environment, or the entirety of this game, like the world of this game, is designed in a similar way to Dark Souls, where it's like just go places. I think he's a bigger hitbox now. Whip him good. Oh damn. Yeah, that holy water does a lot of damage to this form. Good job. Nani?
I imagine that's much harder in Rondo of Blood.
Probably. I love to think of these in terms of like these super Japanese games, like, because you can always kind of tell, like, after you've watched as much anime as I have, you can kind of like tell what that line would have been in Japanese, like based on the way that they do things. Nani?
It's a lot of fun watching an anime.
It was Victor
English,
Belmont succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the dark Chris Shaft. Like
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I think that's the joke that everybody makes. Actually, I'm not sure what happened.
Seriously vanished.
Well, Richter mysteriously vanished. Maria Renard sent out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every game release date, suddenly materialized out from the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had... Yeah, that's the Alucard in the anime that I still haven't watched because I'm butthurt about the studio rejecting my application umpteen times. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampire powers and entered in what was supposed to be eternal slumber. Oh, that was the thing at the end of the first season, right? Where
Floating vampire Jesus.
Yeah.
One of the best lines. You want your floating vampire Jesus?
I do think they made a meme. Like Netflix made a meme of like the girl saying like, "See, God hates me," like, something like that.
It is a really good show.
I hear, yeah, like everyone says it's really good. I just need to get around to it. Like I need to also, like, being realistic, I need to watch it so I know what kind of style that studio is looking for next time that they have open applications.
The style is very unique.
Well, it's pretty anime-ish, like from what I remember. It does that sort of thing where it's like limited, and then it'll go into like a lot of movement, but like most of it's done limited, right?
The visuals look kind of
here's
anime-ish,
Alucard time.
but they also like it's a.
By the way, I'm sorry for keep interrupting. I think this is kind of hilarious. He's just got the speed trails. All right, now you're Alucard. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that was a real thing. I just thought that was a statue.
Right. Yeah. This is the beginning. This is the beginning, so it has to be ultra linear.
Otherwise, we would get confused.
True. Anyway, what were you saying? That I interrupted you?
The animation style takes a lot of cues from anime, but it's also got some just like pure Western animation stuff. It's very unique. Like it's not something you're gonna see everywhere.
Well, Western's interesting to me because like Western, like I find that term, especially like these days, it's harder and becomes harder and harder to define, right?
It's
because
very,
like
it's.
Go ahead.
It's very mixed now. There's like you get some stuff like She-Ra, which is very different. Then you get like Archer. Mm-hmm. Both Western animations. But...
True, and like beyond that, there's also the fact that like a lot of what we would call Western animation actually gets outsourced and is animated elsewhere. Yeah. So like even Steven Universe, which I actually think Steven Universe is the best example of that. Because, oh look, a wall turkey. Steven Universe is very. It's like a very Western animation style, but that show actually is outsourced. Like it's like not just its art style, but like from what I've seen of like the animation itself, it's also very Western, where it's like stay on model, limited like Hanna-Barbera style tricks to like and like everyone uses Hanna-Barbera style tricks these days. Like even anime artists use it, like Japanese animation, but
no.
But like Steven Universe, like, can you actually? Okay,
Oh,
I didn't know if you could actually get that out of there.
Stop jumping! Oh my God, you piece of shit lizards!
Fishmen, it's the shape of water.
Ah, Jesus, Guillermo, is this necessary? Wall turkey?
Maybe, I don't know. I think you can walk through that whole rock. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know that it's like useful though.
Maybe when if we ever have to come back to this area.
True.
We'll
Maybe there'll be something. This is
that
also
is a Metroidvania thing. You
True.
go back to early ass areas because now you suddenly have a reason to.
I think it's worth talking about that. Like this kind of, I love side scrollers. I think this kind of side scroll is incredibly underrated. Oh god! Next time on the Nerdy Chinese Backlog, we're gonna talk about Mega Man ZX, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and is super like this.